soda and finally making a video after like, I don't know, 3 months or something. I was feeling kind of motivated today, and Ember here likes to see herself in the camera. I also hope that you like my Dr. Seuss hair. I got like this big knot in the back of my hair, so I just like cut it all off, and I have no regrets. What I wanted to talk about today is mental health in regards to being a new mommy, at least in my situation. I heard a lot of stories about postpartum depression and anxiety, and the difficulties and struggles of being a new mom. And I was really nervous about it because I already had a lot of mental health issues since I was little, and I was, just kind of accepted that I would have postpartum depression and anxiety. I love you. I love you. She's trying to give me a kiss. And actually, right before I got pregnant, I was doing better than most of my life. I still had some depression and anxiety, just all the craziness going on, but I was feeling pretty stable. Then once I got pregnant, the prenatal anxiety hit me pretty hard. You hear a lot about postpartum depression and anxiety, but you don't hear as much about the prenatal. It's basically the same thing, but during pregnancy instead of after. And I was just preparing myself so hard for the postpartum depression to hit, and she didn't want to wear her hat anymore. Cute little baldy head. But yeah, so it was really bad. I was talking with my therapist a lot about strategies I could use once the postpartum depression and anxiety hit. And then after giving birth, things got really bad. I was just in so much pain. I was only getting a couple hours of sleep at night, partly because of her, but even more so just the pain I was in from trying to recover, and breastfeeding not going well, which I want to do a whole video all about that and why that didn't work out for me. Things were not looking good. But once I got to about 6 weeks, and I upped my anti-anxiety medication, I started meeting back with my therapist, and the intense pain was finally starting to go down, so it was just kind of moderate. Things actually got a lot better, and it's usually if the depression and anxiety lasts longer than that, it's not considered baby blues anymore. It's more considered the postpartum depression or anxiety or OCD. And I was having a lot of like traits of those, all three of those, but the more I started to heal, the more I actually started to feel better. And I think it's interesting because when it comes to postpartum depression and anxiety and OCD, it could happen to anyone, but you are more likely to deal with that if you already have mental health issues. But I didn't think about the fact that not everyone who has mental health issues is going to have to deal with that. I think before I had this little precious princess, there was this void that I had. I think it's related to not having a good relationship with my birth mom. This kind of hole in my soul that I had. This mother wound, which is what some call it. And I feel like with my husband, I was starting to fill that void, but it was still there. But having this one, it really changed things. Having someone who just relies on you so much, and you're able to give them this love that you weren't given when you were little, and knowing that you're going to do things differently, and having them just love you back. Like the way she looks at me, the way she looks at my husband, you could tell that she just has so much love and trust for us. And there's something about that just brings so much joy. And when it comes to sleep, I've always had really, really bad insomnia. But weirdly enough, I actually sleep better now as a mom. And it's not that it's more physically draining, because I've had jobs at work. It's like, I remember this one time I had 3 jobs, working a total of like 100 hours a week, and I was exhausted, but I still had a hard time sleeping at night. But now it's just different, and whenever I have to wake up, I get this boost of adrenaline, because the love I have for this little baby is just so strong, and just hearing her cry, I just have to get up. Where before with my depression, like I had no motivation for anything, and it was so annoying. Like people would be, if I ever complained about being tired, moms would always be like, "Oh, wait till you're a mom." And I know I only have one, and I'm not working while being a mom or anything. I know it gets harder as you have more kids, but I think people don't realize how draining having a mental illness and physical issues too that often go along with mental illness. I have fibromyalgia and a few other issues, thyroid related and joint related, that really cause a lot of exhaustion and pain. But this motherhood thing has given me a lot of energy that I've never had in my life. And the exhaustion that I have, it's like a good, healthy exhaustion. It's not the same. And yeah, I still do struggle with mental health issues, but in general, it's so much better than most other times in my life. And I just wanted to hopefully give hope to those who are scared to have a baby, because they are scared of these stories that they heard. And yeah, it might happen to you. Like, don't feel that you're a failure of any kind if you do end up dealing with these things, but it's not anything guaranteed. And just there is hope. I have a little sister right now who's pregnant, and I think she worries about this, and she's kind of the motivation for me to start making videos again. I really want to talk about some things that I haven't really heard from other people at all. So I'm hoping this helps at least someone, and I would love to hear any other stories that you guys have, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.